Before we take a break, though, I'm just looking at a story here. This is from WINS 1010 in New York City. Juliet Papa, New York Police Department corruption probe. Feds arrest Brooklyn man who offered to pay cop $6,000 per gun permit he received. $6,000 to get a gun permit. Sources, at least 150 gun permits were obtained through a bribe scheme in the New York Police Department. This is a federal complaint now, by the way, that charges a Brooklyn man with paying bribes for gun permits. We'll be getting more details on this, but my first thought here is it's really hard to have corruption in these types of cases if you have a shall-issue system. First of all, if you don't need permission to exercise a fundamental individual constitutional right, then you can't bribe someone in order to exercise said fundamental individual constitutional right, can you? If you have to pay a fee, if you have to have a permit to speak your mind or publish a website in New York City, if you have to pay a fee or get a permission slip in order for you to speak in public, I imagine that there's going to be some opportunities for graft there, right? Oh, you want to speak? Okay. Mm-hmm. And I assume, by the way, this is a pistol permit, not a permit to carry. We'll try to get more details here. But again, this goes away. You don't have this problem if you actually recognize the right to keep and bear arms. If you don't have a permitting process, again, not a shall-issue process, but a process in which you have to make multiple trips down to police department headquarters, multiple visits with investigators in order for you to legally own a firearm. A process that in New York City can take, what, 6 months? We've got listeners who've told us it's taken them over a year and hundreds of dollars in fees, legal fees, by the way, in order to exercise your right to keep and bear arms. So here's a simple proposal. Get rid of the gun permits in New York City. Don't require a permit to own a firearm in New York City. Abide by the words of the Second Amendment. And then you don't have an opportunity for corruption. You don't have an opportunity for graft or bribery. Make the concealed carry process in New York City a shall-issue process. So that if you meet these statutory requirements, you get your concealed carry license. And again, all of a sudden, there's no opportunity for graft. There's no market for it. There's no reason for it. Do you think that that's how the city's going to respond to this? I don't know. I don't think so. No, I would imagine, if anything, they'll probably try to make it more difficult for people to legally exercise their constitutional rights there in the Big Apple. In return, providing a bigger and greater incentive for those who can grease the skids and make that happen. But we will pay close attention to this story, again, just breaking out of New York City this afternoon. Why don't we take a quick time out?